What's going on, everybody? I'm pretty excited. If you look behind me here, I just picked up some new wheels and tires for my Suburban. Custom Offsets had some in stock, so I placed an order with them. I actually got them like super fast. I don't even think it was like 1 week. They shipped them out real quick. I picked them up over at my local FedEx Freight Center. It's gonna really change the look of my truck. My truck has it was a police truck, so it's got these crappy little steel wheels on it, and this is gonna make it look a lot nicer. So here's the wheels and tires. The tires I picked out, I've had Kendas. I actually got Kendas on my Cummins. They're a pretty good, cheaper tire. These are a little bit more aggressive. These are like a all-terrain, mud terrain hybrid. So they look pretty aggressive, but they still should not be quite as loud as like a mud terrain. And then the wheels are a Ultra Hunter. I picked out a 18. I'm only running like a 32-inch tall tire, so I don't like having rubber bands for tires, so I didn't want to go with 20s on a 32-inch tall tire. If I had 35s on a truck, I'd probably go with 20s, but I think 18. I like having the meat right here. I think that looks cooler, so I guess I'm a little old school. You can see these factory steel wheels look terrible. They're like super skinny and narrow and recessed, and it's gonna look a lot better with these new ones on there. It came with a few packages too. Quite a few packages actually. I got 4 of them. So we got some center caps. They're pretty nice. These two must be all the center caps. This is definitely the Lug Nuts. So I got splined black Lug Nuts. Should make it a little bit harder to steal. And then I think they give you like a free sticker. I'm guessing that's what this is. Yep. Free sticker. It's like a 24-inch sticker or something. I'll find something to stick it on. I'll go ahead and jack this thing up and get these stock wheels off and see what these things look like. These are so much heavier. So there's a comparison. They're not much bigger than stock. Like, it's really only like an inch taller than a stock wheel. Come here. You chewing on the bottle just to ruin my audio? Come here. Let me have it. To make a positive and a negative 12 offset, I wanted the positive 12 because I didn't want it sticking out past the fender. The back one won't. I'm probably actually going to get a spacer because they sit back about 2 inches. I prefer if they were kind of even. But this looks like it's about even with the fender. So I should get like a 2-inch poke on the front. I went yesterday and I put on new brakes and axle shaft and a shock. Those are all nice and shiny still. Hopefully it doesn't rub. I guess we'll find out. So I got this little baggie. It's got the screws for the center caps and the valve stem caps. So these are just a 5mm hex. And then there's 2 spots where they thread in right there. So go ahead and my dog loves the camera. Go ahead and get those threaded on. We definitely have some rubbish here sitting back there. I know there's like a NorCal mod you can do if I need to, but I also have, I put it in a longer shock so I can actually crank up the torsion bars. Maybe that'd be enough to get off of there, because it's, that was like an inch higher, it might not hit. And then on this side, we're touching this pretty bad. Just gonna have to figure out how to trim that or something. Anyway, I got the most inset offset. Like I said, there was a positive 12 and a negative 12. I got positive 12, which keeps it inboard. It would have been out like another inch or so had I went the other way. These are a 275 65 18. They're only like a 32. I'm kind of surprised this big 2500 Suburban can't fit a 32-inch tall tire, but yeah, it's not gonna work. Let me jack it up. We'll crank up these torsion bars. We'll see how much room that gives us, and then go from there. So I'm gonna focus on the front first. There's a piece of plastic. Actually, I could put some screws or something in it and hold that like that, but that won't be enough. I think there's actually supposed to be a fastener right there that holds that back. But there's a piece of plastic behind there, and I'm gonna take that off and just trim some off, and then once it's trimmed back, I can probably screw that into it and it'll sit forward and give me some clearance. So to get that piece off, there's like this corner, so I can get it up to there, but that's not enough room. So what I need to do is I'm gonna take this piece out and just trim this back side here, and then screw this up to the new, more recessed piece, and that should give me what I need. So to do that, look underneath the truck here. You got one bracket here with a 10mm bolt. Then you just got 3 along the lip of this bumper cover. Little 7mm head looks like. So those 3, and then this one bolt, and then this piece here should come out. So here's the piece. This is where your tire would be. This is like the front thing. We're gonna have to keep that one, but I want to get rid of some of this. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe just like follow the edge of like this H here. So we cut that like that, and then I'll just come up to I'll stop right here, but something like that, and then I can just sit up tight against there, and I can screw it in, and then it should be good to go. So I got the piece I cut back in there, but if I try to push it back, it pulls this that way, and it's already tearing out. It's just how it was already. So instead of yanking this out of the bumper cover, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim this. I'm going to pretend like this here is the bottom bolt instead of this one, and just cut this off. It'll sit like that. It should look fine still, I think. So you get a cutoff wheel and I'll make that happen. So that should be fine. It'll just splash rainwater up in this plastic inside of the bumper cover. It's not really gonna do anything. So it's not like it's getting in the engine bay or nothing like that. I think it'll be fine. On this back side, I'm gonna do kind of the same thing. I'm just gonna follow this line here, and then use this as the bottom bolt hole. And then I might have to do a little bit with the metal underneath. But let me get this off first, and then we'll look at what's left. So now that the plastic's out of the way, we can see there's a lot of guys that like beat and hammer on this pinch weld and stuff. That's far enough back. I don't think that's going to be a problem. It's just this right here. So I actually already cut that. I just have to cut here, and I think they'll clear then. So here's the piece that was hitting. There we go. I think we should have some room now. There's the piece I cut out. doesn't do anything. It's not like structure or anything. It's just a little bit of extra sheet metal that was part of the fender. Okay, I think we're finally in good shape. We got the front here, plenty of clearance there. In the back, plenty of clearance there. So I think we're in business. So my trim job here was real close to clearing under all circumstances, but if I go full lock in reverse and hit a curb, it would catch like right here. And then it kind of bent the lip up a little bit like that, and now it's catching even easier. And you can easily push this out of the way, but there's not really any way to make it stay there. So I got this strip of aluminum here. I just kind of bent it, and I think this will cure my problem here. I'm just gonna take this loose, put this behind here, kind of like that, and then I'll screw it into place, and then it'll hold it. It's kind of rigid, and it'll hold it tight like that. So I'm gonna gain right there. I'm gonna gain at least an inch, and I think that'll be enough to keep the tire out of there. The other side was even easier. I just took it, this is like 1/8 inch aluminum. I just bent it with my hands. It bends really easy. Not super easy. I mean, it'll hold its shape, but. And then on this side, it's just this thing, and that should keep this side out of here. Okay, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta take the tires off to get my drill in here. I'm gonna screw like some self tappers into there, but I'm pretty sure that this would definitely cure my problem. There's one side down. That worked beautifully. There's way more clearance in here now. Now we'll go on to the other side. The other thing I forgot to mention I took this, the battery's up there, but this is, I think this is like the battery box for like the second battery if you got a Duramax or something. I took and I cut that out a little bit. And this bolt holds your washer reservoir on. And it's slotted. All I did was slide that back. I didn't modify that. I just slid that back, and I'm just gonna leave this one off. It's really solid. It's not going nowhere. So that rocked the bottom out of the way and gave me more room down here. And here's the passenger side after. Got miles of room in here now. Yeah, I could have went and got I could have bought, you know, expensive lift and picked this up, and I would have had to lift the back too. And then I got timbrings back there to help the rear from sagging. It would have screwed up the way those work, and it would have further screwed up my CV angles. And this is just a piece of plastic. I don't mind modifying that, and it works fine now. This was the worst spot where it used to rough, so up on a curb, all the wheel weight on this wheel, pushing it up into the truck, it hit, but it's got plenty of room now, so no more problems. It looks really good. So it's easy enough to do. I'd rather just do it that way and not mess further with the factory suspension. So I did crank the torsion bars up the rest of the way, and with the longer shock, it actually rides, I think, better than stock. You have with the longer shock in there, you have more travel, and I think it actually eats bumps a little better now. It's pretty smooth when you drive it, so the thing looks pretty killer. It needs a car wash. It was raining. I drove it in the rain the other day. Fixed my rubbing issue for sure. Now I got lots of room up front. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.